A good day I bid to the faculty members of Pusat Genius at Pintar Negara, as well as fellow batchmates of Asas Pintar 2020-2021. My name is Thiruthanigesh Mugam, you call me Thiru for short, and I'm one of the nominated candidates for the position of President of the MPP. Now, before we do begin, a little disclaimer. This is an impromptu speech I'm recording, means that I have no script for this, and I'm only recording this once. So please do forgive me for any incoherence or mistaken fact that I will say later on. And disclaimer number 2. This will be the first and last thing I do for my campaign, because by the end of this video, you should be able to know my qualifications, my manifestos, and grasp a little bit of my thinking skills and my leadership qualities, which should help you make an informed choice on who should be the best leader for this batch. That said, moving on to my qualifications. At the end of Form 5, I was the Vice President for the English Motivational Committee, the Vice President of the Robotic Club, the President for the Bicycle Club, and also one of the leaders for the Smart Peers program in MRSM Kuala Lumpur Baru for the years 2017, 18, and 19. But of course, that's outdated information. Let's talk about something more current. Currently, I'm one of the 2 state representatives of N40 Kota Anggrek in the Selangor State Parliament for the Ada Muda Selangor program. For those of you who are wondering, especially those from Selangor, there are 56 aduns, those who are given titles of YBs, Yang Berhormat, maybe a little more familiar with that. And essentially what they work to do is to help push and regulate the policies and laws in the state to help the people in their respective states. And position number 2 is I am also one of 200 selected Malaysians for the Kini Community for Youth program, which aims to project the voice of the youth across multiple sectors and fields, and this can range from anything from politics to environment. And as I am recording this today, 19th of September 2020, which is a Saturday, I did have a meeting with the founder and journalist of Malaysia Kini at KL Gateway Mall, the one next to Universiti Malaya UM, just now morning. And also I just finished a meeting with YB Michelle and also YB Najuan, who are the aduns for Subang Jaya and also Kota Anggrek respectively. But enough of that. Let's move on to manifestos. Ladies and gentlemen, a leader can define many things to be their qualities and what values they hold. But for me, I believe that a leader should be capable enough to discern problems, find feasible solutions for those problems, and carry them out effectively and efficiently. For that reason, I have identified 3 possible issues that may crop up over the course of the next 2 semesters in this program. And my solutions for that cover mainly 4 aspects, those being academics, co-curriculum, overall unity of this batch, and accommodation of students in the hostel. Manifesto number 1. Formation of a centralized platform for all academic, sports, and any other related events fine-tuned for this batch. Now, the issue with this is that at the end of this semester, there will be people who feel like, damn, I should have joined more competitions and events. And I'm sure this feeling is familiar for those who have completed their CVs early on this year when we were applying for scholarships and also interviews. And I'm sure for this batch especially, a lot of people did because you are all top students. And I do not want that feeling to take place again. And for that, this manifesto will allow you guys to solve that issue that may happen. And for those who are wondering, masa MC only ada ke activity? There are a lot. In the past 6 weeks alone, I have joined a total of 9 competitions or events. 1 at the school level, 1 at the state level, 6 at the national level, and 1 at the international level. So do not worry about the lack of competitions or events, because a lot of things are taking place in Malaysia. And this manifesto should solve another problem, which is the issue of unity in this batch. Some of you may have noticed by now, having online classes is essentially fracturing the unity of this batch because 1, nobody has a reason to meet each other. 2, even if you did go outside your room despite all the workload you have and go down in the cafe, at the end of the day, there really isn't a reason for you to approach any other person. And 3, even if you did meet each other, the normal question will be like, oh, bilik apa, set apa, kelas apa, tadi test macam mana? And that's about it. There's really no way for you guys to go any deeper than that unless you're the extremely friendly kind of person. So, having shared interests and skills will provide you a good enough reason to mingle around and help each other develop your skills. For example, I'm going to give you a scenario. Let's say me and another person wanted to go for a Model United Nations conference. We could sit down together, finish our position papers, and help each other develop our speaking skills. and also discuss on the topic at hand. By doing all this, I can deepen the unity between me and also the other participants of the program, and also that in effect helps overall for this batch. Moving on to manifesto number 2, which is introduction of the Smart Peers program. Now, I acknowledge the fact that this batch of students is all extremely smart students from their respective schools, SBP, MRSMs, even those from KPP. But unless all of you get all A's for all your subjects during the midterm exam, I will actively push forward for this even if I do not become the president of the MPP. Because I have been a participant of the Smart Peers program MRSM Kuala Baru for 3 years, and coming from a first-hand informant, I can assure you of the effectiveness of this. And of course, on a later date, I'll be introducing the structure and framework of this program, but this is basically how it's going to go. Once the results are announced for each subject, the top students for each subject will be selected to be the mentors of this program, and the mentees, meaning the rest of the batchmates, will be divided into groups and put under these mentors. For every meeting, you guys can choose a topic or a subject of discussion for the mentors to teach you on that and discuss in a group. Of course, at this point, some of you might think, what's the need for the mentors for all this? Like, the mentees can get something out of it, but what do the mentors get besides increasing their base of knowledge on the topic? Taking that into consideration, since this is a school level program that I have suggested, I believe that it's fair for all students who are mentors to gain co-curriculum marks at the school level. Some of you might also think right now, alah, stuck at school level, apa je gunanya? Last year, for last year's batch of students, if you all recall Dr. Almi saying, they had no issue joining international and national events, but the problem lied in them having co-curriculum marks for school level events. So for those of you who feel that alah lecehnya nak jadi AJK untuk program ni, untuk program tu, you can just focus on your academics for now, become a top student in the midterm exam for any one subject that you choose, and become a mentor while gaining co-curriculum marks at the school level. You can also focus on your academics. Alright, moving on to my final manifesto, manifesto number 3, which is the addition of ironing boards and also IMs in the utility room. While the problem surrounding this solution that I proposed isn't really clear, that's only because this is the first semester and there really aren't any people actively ironing their clothes, because we don't have to go to faculty in the morning. But at semester 2, the issues coming from the solution that I've proposed will be very apparent. First things first, the room is cramped. It's a small space. And when you have to iron your clothes early in the morning, there will be a time where you will keep your hot iron on the table or on the floor, and this is what might happen. For example, you're talking with your roommate early in the morning, and you accidentally push down your iron. 1, his foot will be crushed, yes. 2, second and third degree burns will also form on his skin due to the heat of the iron. And even if it doesn't harm your friend, what happens if it suddenly burns up your table or paper you left on your table? All of these are extremely hazardous and will impede your education when your health and also your safety are troubled when you're studying in this program. Like, I'm sure everyone in this batch would not want to miss a day or week of class due to the fact that this program is already tough in the first place, and any more addition of issues is only going to trouble your life even further. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I've already covered all my qualifications and also manifestos. And coming to my closing remarks now. Everyone, you can choose the best leader for your batch. So you don't really have to vote based on popularity. This batch is a batch of extremely smart students, and I believe and I'm confident in your ability to reason and judge. If you feel that I'm qualified, go ahead and vote. Otherwise, don't. It's really as simple as that. I'm not pushing forward a political propaganda. I will not go around sending messages like hashtag vote for Thiru or vote Thiru for president, because that's not my style of leadership. If you feel that I am qualified and you want me to lead this batch, go ahead and vote. Otherwise, don't. That'll be all from me. Once again, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for bearing with me all the way to the end of this video. Thank you.